traitor. Or should I say deceiver?
What?
For I detect another exile in your ranks.
Yes?
The exile Wolfred Sandalwood himself. That cursed sap. I ought to have known he was behind all this. He has no love for our sacred tradition. Yet you would heed his poisoned words over mine own?
I don't know you, dude.
I thought that we were friends.
I don't know you.
Then fine. Let us return to a more formal distance.
We have always been at a formal distance. Gilman, still not abandoned your new friends like all your other duties and responsibilities? Sir Deluge wrestles his mask for a time. This knight is most surprised that you have the courage even to show yourself. You speak of courage, Sir Deluge, but this knight has little else to say to the likes of you. That figures, Gilman. You're no knight at all. You are a teensy minnow swimming in the sea of minnows many, many times your size, and with much more honor, too. Then something comes over Sir Gilman. But just as soon it fades, Sir Gilman slinks away. Aw. Disgraceful! You Nightwings are stupid to have taken that one in, and you are no good at the rites. And another thing, we do not fear you! Except you absolutely do, dude. Absolutely. That's all you are. Ooh. Reader, my kin, let us confer a moment here. I am returned now to the rites, a tradition that I have once disavowed. And now that I have donned the remnants, the voice knows I am here. It is no matter, really, for our plan is well in motion. All that remains for us is to prevail. I shall aid you and the others in this task as best I can. Let us see now whether these old limbs of mine are still of any use.
And there he is at last, alive and well. I know that you can hear me, Sandalwood. You're causing quite a stir out in the Commonwealth. You plant your little seeds of discontent. Know that your designs at sowing chaos shall not be tolerated here. Now, good evening to you.
Wolfred is banished, his sapling expires. Now then, Nightwings. I look forward to conducting with you all, if and when, of course, the reader calls for us to stand as a triumvirate together. I'm definitely going to use you. Oh, okay.
Go on, then.
Well, I want to use Gillum. Roster by... Oh, yeah, I should see what you have. What is that? If the bearer is banished, the ensuing blast can... Holy shit! That is huge! Quickness? Oh my, okay, and you don't have anything. Okay. Well, I want Gillum. What did I have on you? After being banished, returns in a burst. Okay, let's put this on you.
Sir Gilman.
And I want Wilfred. Do I want to try this? Remains while grasping the orb. Now his aura is a shield. So I don't know if this would work on him, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna make you faster. I think that'll be useful to you.
Wolfred.
Only person who has a aura that might be useful on. Let's try Pamitha. I'm trying to remember what her aura looks like. I don't think that would work well on her either, to be honest. Let's try... Oh, okay, so it doesn't apply to her. It goes black when it doesn't apply. That's good to know. I'm just curious how this works, so I feel like I should try it.
Now,
Take heart, Sir Gilman. You had no obligations to the triumvirate you left behind. You are among friends now. Come then, Nightwings! Show this knight how you defend the honor of that miserable minnow whom you harbor on guard! Okay, so Volfred would have been a good person to put that on.
banished each in turn.
Oh, that was bad. Oh. Damn, they are fast.
But how?
Oh, this is rough.
Pyre is the first to falter.
Goodness gracious, I can barely keep track.
Seemingly unfair.
Sprint. There we go.
Go Sir Gilman into flame.
Oh, that's right. She goes with.
I almost pity what transpired there.
Damn it.
Shame.
Pass.
How sad that one there.
Pass. How do I pass? Oh, you don't move very fast, do you? Ah. Damn it. Oh.
Yourselves wide.
Yeah, alright. I'm seeing the faults in this team.
Your pyre shall soon be ashes on the ground.
Shut up.
The orb quenches the flame.
Alright. Go, Gilman. Alright. X is to pass. There we go.
Glory to the scribes.
I'm getting it.
Let's see you Nightwings keep this up.
I am keeping it up. He does not move fast at all. I see what you're doing. He makes a good pyre guard. Where's the ball? Okay.
Too bad for that one.
You guys spent so much time passing it.
Glory.
I got it anyway. Guard that. Damn
A
it.
mere attempt.
That was almost bad. What the heck? Oh, she's a howler. Oh,
You poor Nightwings.
it's okay.
Your pyre weakens.
Everything's fine.
Huh?
Damn it. I should have thrown it. What? She's a howler again.
Banishment for all.
Sweet. Damn you.
That one almost got through.
Damn it.
banished.
Yay! Damn it, I missed! How did I miss?
That was the last of them.
Awesome.
Righteous fire.
Pass! Guard that.
None left unscathed. My word.
What the frick?
Alas.
Alright. Whoa, 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 wait! Are we winning? Are we winning? Not quite yet.
Quite an exchange.
Go, Gilman, go! I got it!
Gilman plunges into the fire. Your victory is at hand. Someone there rose to the occasion.
Go! I can't move her very fast.
Now that was exciting.
Where's Gilman? What?
Your flames grow weak. There.
Damn it.
I never.
I can do it.
The flames of freedom.
Somehow Gilman gets through. I admit that was not the right choice for this team.
Was dangerously close.
It was, but I got it. Ah!
It is done. The Nightwings prevail.
Made it!
The scribe showed them a bit of favor in the end. The rite is ended.
Curse you, Gilman! You are a fool to abandon us, and now you only twist the dagger in our backs. You still do not seem to understand, Sir Deluge. This knight is no longer beholden to the likes of you. This knight is bound only by the path toward enlightenment. Your words ring false. You are unfit to lead. Shut up! You know exactly what you are, Gilman. You call this knight a craven, yet your courage is a mere facade, and everybody knows this knight shall see to it. Sir Gilman does not respond, although you sense the words of Sir Deluge got to him. Oh, buddy.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Are you gonna...
That
Okay.
Fred always was a little slow to pick things up.
It's been a while since my last outings in the Rites, begging for your continued patience as I recollect the ways. Uh-oh. If Volfred is banished, a sapling shall automatically spawn near his pyre until he returns. Yes, please. Once per rite, if Volfred's adversaries extinguish his pyre, it is restored. Oh, by 10 instead. Oh, I love that. After casting a sprout, Volfred may remotely detonate his sapling in an aura burst. Oh, I want this one.
'Tis the wisdom of old 100 Mines.
What's happening? Oh, okay, we're done. I was like, what?
Until the next rite.
Back at the Black Wagon, you are taking some time to recover after thwarting the Pyre Hearts after a few close calls when Volfred approaches. The Nightwings are in capable hands these days, my kin. Thank you for your continued efforts, given all the challenges we face. The rites may be ending, but we still have time to achieve our plan, especially if you continue to prevail like that. Come, let's see whom we shall square against when next the stars align. Here we go. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. Alright, I don't want to fight you guys. We already fought Barker. How we doing? Just shoot them down. Shoot them down. Shoot them down. 62%. It went up by 2%. Interesting. I'm gonna shoot down the Pyre Hearts. Not the Pyre Hearts. The Essence. The stars revealed to you a path toward the Isle of Kalmir, where the rites shall soon continue. Come morning, your travels shall continue. For now, everyone needs rest. Page revealed. Sir Gilman. The Pyre Hearts all follow in the path forged by the Underking Horus, whose many mighty deeds exceed the smallish stature that somehow contained him. He is the most spirited triumvirate, their courage unfaltering, their hearts full. They live always with vigor, and perhaps they die with it as well. They are the Underking's own kind, as at home above the sea as in it, never ceasing, ever longing as they do for something more. The Underking chose wisely for these qualities and teaches us that a life devoid of passion is a life devoid of itself. That burning passion is the fuel that drives the Pyre Hearts, and in turn it's us all. I do think, the point is that these groups that were formed are now, they're not what they once were, or what they were meant to be. Sir Gilman is in a contemplative mood. He has been rather quiet, at least more than usual, ever since his confrontation with Sir Deluge. He notices you there and slides forth in a solemn manner. This night, he knows what he shall do now, when all of this is over, Master Reader. We Worm Knights, we all are born and raised to prove ourselves superior to all the other billions of our kind, to lead our lives, however short, with glory. From the moment we shove past our wormling brethren in their egg sacs, to the very end, we are conditioned to excel, to prevail at all costs. This relentless pursuit of glory, of fame, of self-worth, it leads most of this night's kind only to an early doom, or, in the case of Sir Deluge, it leads to a life of falsehood. A life of low deceit, abusing one's fellow Worm Knights, shrinking one's responsibility, living in constant fear. This knight cannot abide his former commander, yet pities him. There must be more to honor than to lead a life engulfed in endless conflict. Then he looks at you intently. This knight shall ever seek that honor out, when all of this is ended, Master Reader. Thus he vows to you, and he is ever grateful that your guidance led him to this new awakening. But until such time, this knight is duty-bound unto the Nightwings. This, the fulfillment of our plan, and our pursuit of freedom, is to be his final quest. For what awaits him afterward is no mere quest. The honor that this knight has sought, it cannot be fully achieved through knighthood, can it? It requires something more.
Temporalis.
I trust you understand. He slithers off, his head held high, though not merely in pride. Something has changed in him. +2 presence, permanently. Yay. Continuing onward. Take off. Oh, what? Ah, a pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, O Nightwings. They deliberately crashed into us, Father, yet you still address them in such a cordial manner? I didn't see you. I really didn't. Now, Almer, I am certain this was an honest accident, and it appears no lasting damage has been done. Please, take the helm, as I shall go and start to pick up all the fallen artifacts which shook free from the walls after the impact. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesives drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest. I'm really sorry, Dalbert. Damn you, Nightwings, you stay away from us. I'm sorry. I really am. Who's that? Oh, here we go. Again, we return to the Isle of Calmare, hidden in this storm. I've met very few who know of it all, much less have walked upon its stones and sands. The disconcerting tales of the demise of Calmare Ropecollar, who met his end there on that isle, the imps that swarm and breed across the place today, seem not to mind. Having paid witness to the rites firsthand, they have become rather obsessed with it. I sometimes wonder if it is more difficult to conduct the rites with such a boisterous audience. May the essence find their way shortly, so that the imps may have the contest they desire. Well, they'll definitely get one with the essence. Alright, we landed here last time. Gilman thinks this may be a more restful current. Ooh. Volfred believes this should be an expedient path. So a quick path or a restful path? Let's rest. Let's rest. Gaze into the abyss. I guess that's what we're doing. Having arrived in the eerie stillness of Barb Reef, you find yourself lost in thought, watching the horizon. Then, your vigil has ended for the time, good Master Reader. Please join the rest of us inside. Sir Gilman leads you back into the wagon's cabin where the others are waiting. Together you share an entertaining conversation and a decent meal, courtesy of Volfred, who caught a fresh catch earlier. Oh, +1 hope. Oh, enjoy their company. Oh, that was sweet. What's up, my friend? Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach anyway. Exile is too light a sentence for this night. He notices you then and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh. Greetings to you, noble Master Reader. What brings you to this night, this afternoon? Sir Gilman is attempting to make small talk. Tell him to calm down. Sir Gilman is making enough of a racket to be the cause of some fair amount of concern. Ask him if everything is all right. Such a venting of emotion is uncommon, even for the likes of this particular warm night. You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then... Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, then, here are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This knight stood there on the front lines whilst the highway remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking with laughter all the while. This night he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this knight. That cursed Sir Deluge, if not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum it might have held at least a while longer. But instead, we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and in deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance, and this knight, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And, as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters of the Sea of Solace, where soon we met the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge they thought he could provide it, the leadership they sought, and he was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you and the Nightwings, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose, and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day, not merely by coincidence. Perhaps Under King Horus yet has plans in store in which this knight may play a part. This knight, he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him be for now. You sense he feels relieved at having shared all this. That was a lot. He asked to be cast down here. Scorpius, of course. Suggesting he is driven and fixated. Motive is not applicable, crime is none. He survived the siege of the Spiral Sanctum, though technically he did no wrong. He failed to capture his commander. But yeah, jeez, dude. Technically, was no crime. Threw himself down here. He was a knight-errant of the Sea Dominion who sought glory in the Commonwealth, where he became a frontline fighter in the never-ending war against the Harps. In this he fared much better than most of his kind until the day of the disastrous siege of the Spiral Sanctum, where his entire regiment was destroyed in an ambush. As one of the sole survivors of this incident, Sir Gilman accepted full responsibility for the outcome and volunteered to go into exile as penance for the failure. Even though it wasn't his failure. Oh. My man. We're gonna have to get you out of here. A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side comes huffling toward your wagon, here in the boundless waters of Deathless Tempest. You let it in and offer it some light refreshment, as Ruki would have done. The imp's message turns out to be about him. You learn Ruki's past transgressions have all been forgiven since his return to the Commonwealth. He was even offered a well-appointed home and place of business. It must have represented just the kind of lavish lifestyle that Ruki always claimed to have had for himself and his extended family. Eventually, and somewhat reluctantly, however, he refused the gifts. Instead, he tracked down Volfred's agents and gave them ample information, thus emboldening their ranks. The last bit of the message sounds as though it was transcribed word for word from something Ruki said. It simply reads, "The rest of you better get back here soon, or else." You thank the messenger imp for the report. Soon it has all your companions talking. I had every faith that our friend Ruki would stand tall and rise to the occasion. Ah, the noble Ruki! He is a shining example unto us all. Don't you think he must be sad to have turned down a house? I hope he isn't sad. Haruki! Tizo is happy to learn that Ruki joined the revolution in the Commonwealth. Hard to believe he would have turned down living in that kind of luxury, though maybe he got used to it out here. We understand this Ruki holds no small degree of influence, at least among his kind. The news of Ruki's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. The messenger imp accepts some scraps to eat from you and rushes off. Oh, +1 hope! Back to Ron. Oh, hey guys, let me tell you something real quick now. I happen to have heard that Mr. Greentail, he's moved on or something like that, right? Well, I just want you to know he's one of my favorite customers, and because of that, I'm giving you the same great deals, okay? Whoa, okay, more of these bottles that I didn't like. I'll always take the Stardust. After dousing adversary's Pyre, the bearer's Pyre recovers... Ooh. Equal up to 50% of the damage dealt. That's awesome. I want this. I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. After getting bearish, returns into a burst. I want this. That looks awesome. So much stuff that I've bought from you that I just sell back to you. Look at that. I want that.
All you guaitais.
Did we determine we can't put this on? I'm assuming I can't put that on that, no. I think quickness is as high as it'll go, or will it keep going? No. I don't have anything to put the Stardust on. Okay. Alright. Thanks, guys. Good luck in that thing you're going to tonight. Alright, we got a page revealed. Survival often is conflated with the physical. When we think of survival, we assume the need to sustain our bodies or improve our bodies. The strong survive. But, and take it from an alpha chief, there are different kinds of strength. The spirit is what drives us. By comparison, the body's impulses are weak. Here in the downside, faith is found in limited supply. Trinkets and mere baubles that would barely fetch a price in our homeland here are talismans. Seek talismans that mean something to you. Hold on to one that you hold dear. It shall reward you with reminders of your faith, your power, and your potential. Oh. That's cool.